let's talk a little bit about why we play small and how we can start to have the shifts to open ourselves up to unlimited potential. So I want you to take a look at your Yes Apply Method workbook, and I want you to take a look at the image that says the NEW model of reality. And so one of the things that you might not know is that we all, as we're going through our life, download these programs. We download programs from our parents, from our teachers, from the media that we watch. And what it does is it puts all these messages in our mind, which we like to call programs, that make us believe that our potential is capped, that we have to act a certain way to be successful or to be loved. And what it does a lot of the time is it makes us believe that we have to play small or not go after our dreams, or that it's greedy to want more, or that we can't have the things that we truly want because of these programs that we've been inundated with. And so what happens if you look at the image in your workbook, you can see that we see, hear, smell, taste, and touch, and sense all of these different things from around us. And they come in and they're filtered through these programs that already exist within us. And if our filters aren't set up to create the success we want, then the internal experience we have, the thoughts that we start to have, match those minimal filters, that minimal potential. It also extends to how we feel in our body. So oftentimes, if our filters are set up to make us feel like we can't reach our potential, we have to play small, we're not good enough, we're not confident, whatever it is, we actually feel that in our body. And so the things that are happening outside of us can make us feel even worse about ourselves, can make us feel hopeless, can make us feel like there's no point in even trying. And then this becomes a cyclical cycle. So what we teach in the Yes Apply Method, and what I want to teach you today, is that when you start to shift these filters inside, you start to look at yourself with a brand new identity. Rather than seeing yourself as the shy person or the person who tries things that don't work out, what if you shifted to see yourself as someone with an identity of ultimate potential? That you are someone who could easily speak on stage and impact millions and millions of people if you wanted to. That you're somebody who has a powerful story to tell, that people want to listen to you. That you're somebody who's confident, that's lovable, that's adored. If that was your identity, how would how you act in your everyday life change? Or let's talk about beliefs. So often we have the belief that it's hard to make money, or we have the belief that success is hard or unattainable. And of course, those beliefs are going to create that internal experience that minimizes the kind of life that we get to have. But what if you shifted those beliefs? What if those beliefs became, it's easy to make money. People want to hear my story. What I have to say is important and valuable. How would that change how you show up in your everyday life? And you can see here we have all of these filters, from our identity and our self-image, how we see ourselves, to our beliefs, to decisions that we've made, to our values, what's important to us, and also how safe we feel in our body. So if our systems are regulated, or if we're going to quickly move into fight or flight. And so what we're going to talk about even deeper over the next few days are some ideas and concepts that you can begin to understand to change these internal filters. Because when you change your internal world and you change the energy and vibration of everything that's happening within you, your external world can finally change as well. So whatever's happening in our internal world, that's going to create our thoughts and our emotions, and that's what's going to create our behaviors, which of course are going to create our results. And so rather than staying in the same loop, feeling stuck, feeling like we're in a rut, doing the same things over and over again, when you start to change what's happening on the inside, the outside can change. And so this is what happened for me a few years ago. I started to focus on my inner world, how I saw myself, what I believed about the world. And I made it so the things that I dreamed about, the things that were on my vision board, became so real in my mind, I knew that they had to show up in my physical world inevitably. So I want you to take some time and think about, what would you ask for if you knew the answer was going to be yes? What kind of business would you have? What kind of coach would you love to be? What kind of impact would you have on other people? And what kind of abundance would you create and attract and manifest in your life? Take some time to write this in your workbook. And I want you to really, really reflect on this, because as we're creating the life of our dreams, it's so important for us to know what our yeses and where we're going. Imagine if you get in a car and you start driving, you want to know where you're going to end up. You might not know the complete path to get there. There might be traffic on the way or an accident on the way, so you have to take a different path than what you initially thought of. But when you know the end destination, it doesn't even matter if there's construction or a road blocked off, you're going to be able to find your way around it, and you're going to be able to find your way to the point that you're aiming to get to. And so give yourself some time to dream, some time to just imagine, give yourself some time to think of what would you ask for if you knew the answer was going to be yes. And remember that the very fact that you can think of it in your mind means it's inevitable that it can show up in the future. So remember, you are already worthy of everything that you want. You came onto this planet as an abundant person, and before you took on limiting beliefs of what was possible for you, you thought and believed that everything and anything was possible for you. So I invite you to restore that type of belief. Start to think about this as if you're playing. Start to think about this as if you're a kid, and know that what you can imagine can actually become real.
Hello, my love. I hope you loved the snippet. If you're looking to watch the videos in their entirety, feel free to look in the comments and the description below to join today.